here we go. Once again, another segment of the Closed Fist. Joey Finga's sporting a cool Hogan T-shirt there. Very nice, very nice. Will, bearded guy.
Zombie homeless guy.
Will bearded guy.
You know, he's always wearing a hoodie. It's like 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, but show him what the hoodie is. Come on now.
Man. I'm promoting my business.
It's the M&F and Transit Music Lounge.
Promoting is his business. And of course,
promoting my business, and business is good. Yes. I've been waiting to say that for so long. Sorry,
Daddy.
Where's my Bailey
Dollars
shirt?
Fold and no jingle.
I got you the Anthony Gaines shirt.
Shout out to Anthony Gaines.
But it's not Hugs.
Hugging is his business. And this
And
guy...
we do sell Huggies. It's weird.
Fists are this guy's business.
Fists are this guy's business.
Derek.
Do it. One more time.
Mayor.
The Nickel City Nightmare.
One of these times,
Can he announce
one
you when you
of
go
these
to-
times, I want you to do like a Paul Heyman type opening.
Just do like your hype man.
My name is Russ, and I am the friend and advocate for. I want it.
Yes.
The Nickel City Nightmare.
Could that
Can
be
you do
my,
that at one of his fights?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Oh God, that'd be
That'd be
great.
the greatest thing ever.
Could that be?
Oh my God.
Could that be my Halloween costume rather than Mean Gene? Could I be Paul Heyman?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could be.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Could
Yes.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Drizzy, I'm sorry. Anyway, in about 5-6 weeks, we're gonna have a landmark pay-per-view because it's gonna be the first ever all women's pay-per-view called Evolution in Nassau Coliseum.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I believe.
The middle of nowhere.
October 28th. Now Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, they're all going to be there and whatnot.
So all the women.
So all the women, yes. The big stars, anyway.
Some from NXT as well.
Yep, NXT. It's going to be a mishmash.
The Mae Young Classic.
Hodgepodge.
Mae Young Classic. Yeah.
Hodgepodge is delicious.
Hodgepodge. Ooh, yeah.
So is Liv Morgan. Hi, Liv.
Oh boy.
Love you.
Somebody hose him down.
Yeah.
The ticket sales, though, have been kind of disappointing. As of right now, as per ticketnews.com.
Is that a trusted source?
Well,
For tickets, it is.
And for news about tickets.
And for news as well. Who knew?
Ticket news.
It's reported that approximately 7,000 tickets have been sold. Now, Nassau
too shabby,
Coliseum seats about how many? About
19,000
19,000-ish. Configured for a pro wrestling event, you're looking at maybe,
14,
I'll say
15.
15. It'll be around that because you're going to tarp off some of the balcony.
Well, you
whatnot.
need your section for the cameras. So
yeah,
you
the
have
sections
that.
for the cameras and all that stuff.
And then behind the stage, because they're probably going to have their own freaky cool stage with like women's stuff.
Yeah, sure, but
You know,
how?
kittens and rainbows. It's weird.
But how disappointing is that total?
John's
Is
thinking.
that ticket count at this point?
It's
with
about
about 5-6 weeks ago.
It's about as disappointing as Asuka's run right now.
Yeah.
Waiting for that one.
I just thought of it though.
But she's now with the glow.
Yeah.
Agro?
How disappointing is it? I didn't realize. For whatever reason, I thought it was about 3 weeks away after Hell in a Cell. You have about 6 weeks, like you said.
And there's been no major storylines
I'd say
yet,
they probably
really.
get to about 10 to 12 because I think there'll be another push for ticket sales at the end, like there always is. If they, they'll go on the radio because Joey made mention of it earlier, where ticket sales are ticket sales from scalpers to radio stations, whoever it is.
all count.
Ticket sales are ticket
Dollars
sales.
is dollars.
And there'll be a push. I don't know if it'll sell out, but it'll get there.
Pretty close.
But I think that they expected more from it because of the way they've been pushing this evolution, the women's evolution, and the way I think that the way All In sold, basically the topic of conversation today, the way that sold out right away. I think they expected more. I don't know.
I think people might be waiting for Hell in a Cell,
be
find out what
done.
happens, find out what everything's going on.
Storyline. Josh brought up storylines.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lack
when
of.
I talk
No, you're
about
good.
going to a WWE event, I look at why do I care? Why do I want to go?
Yeah.
the last one I went to in Buffalo,
It's for the
Lesnar and
$25
Goldberg
shirts
were
and
there,
popcorn.
and as much as that whole feud was obnoxious and ridiculous, it was still really, really cool. Like when you heard Goldberg's music hit and he walked out, and then Lesnar's
would've been
music,
awesome.
it literally, me and my buddy Matt were sitting there, it sent chills. We were like, it's like we were in, young kids again watching these two behemoths, and like, oh my god, and why do I care? Why and right now, you had they've announced matches. You have, what is it, Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus is one of them?
Yep.
Why do I care? Other than Trish Stratus was a star when I was younger. And
That's half the card right now. Lita and Mickey
Yeah.
James.
again,
I think that
why do I care?
What they're doing is they're doing the nostalgia matches from WrestleMania in this women's event to draw the attention. They're using the names to draw your attention to it, but there's nothing behind it. I guarantee you, after Hell in a Cell, they'll start the storylines with all of them. I mean, you had Trish
Yeah,
show up
but
on
that-
Raw. There was that start, but as you get closer, you know they're going to build that.
Yeah, but let's talk about time frame and TV time available. I mean, you're talking about what the Hell in a Cell is
This weekend.
and this weekend. You're talking about what was it,
6 weeks.
6 weeks? Can you build 6 weeks with the limited TV time that they have already? Now you're talking about in 6 weeks building storylines for a whole pay-per-view.
Hey, Russ, they do that every month for every pay-per-view.
Yeah, but this isn't like any other pay-per-view though.
But it is.
Is this?
But I think his point is you have 6 weeks to build, and you're not going to do exclusively.
Half the
Every
matches other than your main events at pay-per-views are a 5 to 6 week build between tag teams, whatever.
Right,
but they only get a couple matches. They only get their own time on their the shows. So it's no different.
but you have the entirety of Raw to build
Right.
Raw's angle toward that pay per view. You have the entirety of SmackDown to build SmackDown's
Angle.
road to that pay per view. Right now, you have just females who get 2, maybe 3 matches and 1 or 2 other segments otherwise to build toward every single match you're going to have on this card. And that's not because you're not going to stop the storylines around the Universal and WWE championships. You're not going to stop the storylines between the 2 tag team divisions. You're not going to stop the storylines between the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title. You're not going to take guys like The Shield or Strowman or Ziggler and McIntyre off TV to build more time for these other things. So you're limiting TV time. And again, what are you going to build that's going to make me care to see this?
How do we not know? I mean, it's an all-female pay-per-view, but how do we know that there's not going to be other things there besides just females?
Because then what's the point of billing it as an all-female pay-per-view?
I'm not saying male fights or whatever, but there could still be stars, WWE superstars there, things like that. They're still going to draw you in. It's not going to be 100% women, I guarantee.
This is their penance for that show in Dubai.
Hey, thank you. I'm glad you said that. Go for it.
Because they, again, like we said, everything we do is speculation, of course. But think, the women they weren't allowed there. They weren't allowed at the greatest Royal Rumble ever. Was that what it was called or whatever?
Which they're doing again, by the way.
Oh yeah. So they're probably like, here, girls. We'll give you this. You know what I mean? That's it. It's just I think that's probably could be a catalyst for this.
Plus, I'm curious. Curiosity. Have we ever looked at? Has all the WWE pay-per-views all sold out ever?
Oh no! Oh god!
So I mean, freaking out because it's not sold out yet doesn't mean shit because they're still making their money.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, you sold 7,000 tickets. It's already bought and paid for.
Well, here's the thing.
I would hope so.
At 50 up.
If
Actually, it's a
you're,
pay-per-view, so $100 up.
they are marketing this as a landmark event, as the first of its kind, all women pay-per-view. They're bringing back Trish Stratus, Lita, who knows who else. The fact that there are only 7, and Ronda Rousey is the women's champion right now.
I mean, as of right now, if you look at it, they made their money. They don't care.
To have it not
7,000 people, 7,000
out,
tickets at
To have
$50
it
a
not
ticket, so
sell out.
$350,000.
Okay, that's bullshit.
It's
because
a business.
Okay, it's
about
a
money.
business, so you don't want your biggest, your landmark women's pay-per-view to not sell out?
I'm not saying you don't want it to, but if it doesn't, they still make their money.
But I mean, with that figure you threw out, it was what, $350,000?
Yeah, and that's at
And
half.
that's at $50.
Yeah, you're not
a ticket.
including your ringside,
and
your
so,
merch, all that shit.
I mean,
You're
if
making
we
your
were
money no
just
matter
at
what.
$50 a ticket, I mean, like, what does it cost to be in that arena for that night? What does it cost for insurance? What does it cost
The
for
trucks,
the
all the
trucks, all the
people,
all the people,
everybody.
and then you got to pay you got to
So
pay
what
your
you're saying
talent.
is every show they do every night of the week, they need to make $1 million.
No,
With
But
the,
that's
with,
what with the,
with
you
the
know,
salaries
all
that
they
they
own all
pay
those
out.
trucks. They own their rings. They do that shit every week. It's not like it's anything different. It's just
But
a
the
bigger arena.
salaries, but the salaries that they pay out, the overhead that they have is.
it's a business. It's paid out throughout the year, not just one show. You're not basing your whole company on one show.
But you have to. But you have a benchmark on ticket sales that you have to meet. You can't sit there and say, "Oh, well, 5,000 people at this event. Well, we made our money." It's not about making just enough money. It's about making more money.
And you don't think Vince knows that?
Women's Evolution is not going to profit like they think it is. Even so,
You're 6 weeks out, and they sold half the tickets.
Yeah,
I don't think you can make that argument until the day of, and they say, "Well, you know what? We're 12,000 short."
I would pump
can't
the
make that
brakes.
argument.
I would pump the brakes on saying it's not going to be profitable.
It's going to be profitable. It's already profitable.
But I think the dynamic here is that because of the way
He's
they've
Googling
pushed
how much it is to put on the show.
because of the way the women's evolution has been pushed since when Asuka won the Royal Rumble, and the way they've been pushing this for the past year or 2 years, let's say, that they expected more
Yes.
right away.
Yes.
They expected more of a return right away. Now they're not seeing that. It will make money. That's why I said
It's going to
it's
make
going to make
money.
money. They're going to probably eventually maybe not sell it out, but they'll come close. But they expected more. So in the WWE eyes, in the eyes of the WWE, it's not a failure, but they expected more.